Okay, let me just dial into one of our servers here that has the demo on it. Second. Okay, so I suppose to give
just
an
confirm
overview.
we're recording this, yeah?
Yeah, it's recording now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Yeah, okay. So just to give an overview here, I'm sure you guys have been briefed by Kira anyway, but I suppose this is just to demo the interface between Microcat and Fortuna, and what you can do between the two systems to make kind of life a bit easier when you're working with both. I'm assuming everyone uses Microcat, do they, Kira? Or is Microcat new to some people as well?
Yes, everyone should use it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, grand. So if I just log in here, so I just have a test account here with Microcat. So if I just log into the Microcat system. So the first thing with the integration is when this opens up, it should give me a little connection to the DMS in the bottom left-hand corner. Let me just load this now. Yeah, okay. So when that opens here, if you look down the bottom here, it says, well, now it says connected. But initially when you come in there, that's normally red and it says not connected. So if there's no DMS connection, that will generally be red. Because I've obviously used it before, I've saved my connection to Fortuna. But the first time you use this, it'll come in like this, so it'll be disconnected. And then when you go to connect, it'll just ask you for your username and password. That's your username and password to the Fortuna system, and then that lets it connect in the background and pull information from Fortuna and push information to Fortuna as well. So if I just log in with our super password there, it should connect now, so you should see successfully connected to DMS. So what this allows me to do basically is I can search on customers and I can search on parts in the DMS. So the first thing I'll do is maybe just do a search for a customer here. I've set up a customer because this is basically our demo database, so it's not strictly Toyota. So I've set up a couple of cars that are Toyota, so it will work with this. So let's do a search for Dennis here. So I set up Dennis here with this car, this 151D, whatever, 4839. If I click on that now, and that's coming from Fortuna. If I click on that, basically it pulls the car and the customer in from Fortuna. And obviously then it loads the car with whatever details Microcat will pull itself. If I then go to add parts to this, so if I just choose whatever here, the bumper or something here. Again, this is just me, a non-mechanic doing this. So if I choose crazy parts, bear with me. So the first thing here really is if I click on a part subscription, it will show me the details of the part in Microcat, but there's also a DMS tab here. And if I click on that, it'll also show me the details of the part in the DMS if it exists. So for example, this part here is in the DMS, but there's none in stock. If I were to go down a bit further here and pick a part, say down here, again, here it gives you the Microcat details, but if I click on the DMS here, it says the part number is not on file. So again, this just means it's not in the stock of the DMS. If we go and use that and then we bring it into DMS, the next time we come in here, it will be in here.
If you're looking for my get off, Chris, I just have to listen to this thing.
Oh, sorry, let me just turn the volume here a bit, it's very low. Can you say that again? Is that a question?
Sorry, no.
No, okay. Okay, Grant. So basically, it just shows that you have a link there, and it will pull in DMS information per part if you want to just view it per part. Okay, so let me just go back here because I just want to pick a part with sorry, I just want to pick a part with stock so that I can show you how it works in the DMS. So I'm going here again. So. Okay. I know one of these parts here actually has stock, so I'll just show you how it works in the DMS with stock. Yeah, so this is 11 in stock in the DMS here. So if I want to pick parts then for my order in Fortuna, I'll basically go in here. I can pick a part here. I'll pick that one that's 11 in stock, and I'll also go pick one that doesn't exist, so that I can just show you how that will get created in Fortuna. So yeah, that one doesn't exist there. So if I just click that, they're the two parts I've selected. If I go to my order now, I should see my two parts, yeah, in there. So basically it's telling me I need a quantity of 2 for the first one and a quantity of 1 for the second one. At this point here, I can go off and put a reference in that will come across to Fortuna. So if I just go, fiction, but anyway. And then the next thing is just to transfer it over to Fortuna. All I need to do is press this transfer button here, and I should get a confirmation down here in the bottom left to say that it's successfully transferred. So what I'll do is I'll go through and create one more order here, and then we'll do the demo, the Fortuna demo side of it afterwards. And I might let Dennis take over that because he's a bit more knowledgeable than I am on the Fortuna side. So I'll go back to that. So the next thing I'll do is I'll just go back in here again, and I'll just do a search for another customer here. Again, another customer I set up with a Toyota car. So just this John Green here, I have this set up with a 131D, and this is a Toyota. No, sorry, I set in the vehicle screen for that to come in. Apologies. If I go back to the vehicle screen, I'll just do a search for John Green. And I'll pull that in there, and it should load his vehicle. Yeah, so it loads up his vehicle there on the Microcat. Again, I'll just put through some stuff here again. Again, I'll pick a couple of parts. Doesn't really matter here. So I'll just pick them through there this time. Again, I can click on here and see if they exist in the DMS or whether they have stock or whatever by clicking on the part description. If I go to my order now, what I'll do is I'll just process this through. Again, I'll just put this in as a test. This person here actually has a job card in our system, so we'll basically just show you how it works from a job card point of view and from a straight just parts order point of view. So I'll just put that in as test job, and then again I'll just transfer that to the DMS. Okay, so that's pretty much in terms of the DMS, the Microcat's the DMS. That's pretty much all we need to do in Microcat to get the parts across to Fortuna. So what I might do now is I might just hand over to Dennis here and get him to take you through the Fortuna side of that and how that looks in Fortuna and how we process that through from the orders to back orders to whatever POs and GRNs, and just give you a full overview of how that works. So let's hand over to Dennis.
Okay. Hello everyone. Okay, so Peter's created these orders, and the first one I'm going to do is, I don't know if we can, yeah, we'll go into our customer order screen here first of all. I'm going to press F12 for my customer. Just a cash. Yep. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I've got all my details here. I can just press OK on this. If I click now on my magnifying glass on the right of the screen, I should see that we've got the two orders that have come across from Microcat. So I'm going to highlight the first one, just double click on it, and it's giving me a warning that one of the parts doesn't exist in the other one. So I'm going to select. It asks me to create the part now, so I'm just going to pick Toyota and put my bin into my group and press OK. So that part is now created. So the system is now going to pull these parts that have been selected into my order screen, and because I don't have any on hand, it wants to put them on back order. So the part we did have with two of these, two on back order, and the other one that we had, we just bring that through. So that's fine. You've all seen the screen before, so just press update. We can take a payment at this stage if we wanted to, or we could leave a balance outstanding. We've still got one of the parts that we're going to have on back order. So still balance due, so this is just giving me my warning. That's okay. It now asks me to give a deposit on the part that is going on back order. So say €20. And this screen, this is an option which we can turn on, which automatically, if an email exists, it will prompt you to email the customer if the customer is there in front of you, we can press cancel, and this will go away and just print it to the printer, or in my case, because we have a PDF printer set up, it's just trying to create a PDF file. But that's just your ordinary invoicing screen. So for the part that we had in stock, it's created an invoice, and then for the other one, it's creating a purchase order for that part. So just make a note. And creating a sub-order. So this sub-order is more or less just confirmation that we have ordered this part as well. And again, it prompts us to send the email if we want it. So again, I just want to cancel that. There's no need of printing that off. So that's the first order dealt with. I'm going to deal with the second one now, and then we'll deal with the whole back order processing later on. So the second customer we had a job card. So I'll just do my Z888. I can press F12 at this point and do a search for my jobs. And my reg was 1318722. Okay, so this is my job, double click. And you can see we've already issued some parts of this already. So update. And again, I'll go back to my binoculars on my magnifying glass. Test job is the reference that's come across. And neither of these parts exist. So once I select this, it's going to ask me to create both parts. One. Okay. Okay, so both those parts have now been created, and they're both going on back order. So once I update this and update again, it's just going to switch it completely to a back order. And this has gone on to the same purchase order as previously. That's because we haven't printed it off. So press OK. So that deals with the customer side of it, shall we say. So I'm now going to go into our purchase order screen. And we've got our existing PO, so 578. Okay, so we have our parts here, and if I scroll to the right, we've got our customer details associated with that as well. So our customer reference, we'll say, okay. And we can update at this point. Oh, sorry, yeah. What I want to, okay, go back here to 578. So to create the file, the CSV file that can be uploaded to Coyote, we just click on this create file here. And this has just created my order CSV on my screen here, on my server here locally. So if I press OK. And here it is. So double click on this. Okay. Oh yeah. Actually, yes. Yeah. Sorry. Now just right click, edit. Okay. So here's our part numbers, our quantities, and our purchase order number. So that's just the relevant information we needed, and it's all set up ready for import. Okay. So my purchase order now has been flagged as being printed, so any subsequent orders would go on to a new purchase order. Okay, so my back order status report here. This is a report which it will, if I run this for today, is there any orders that can be completed at present? It should come back blank, so I have nothing. So I'm now going to receive them in, and we'll run this report again in a moment.